of the studio who is, well, going to be inspiring you. And, well, she's got basically her demos lined up, but you're quite happy, I think, Sheila, to, again, have a bit of a play if people want to see it. And good afternoon, by the way.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Nice to be back now where we can do some more demos and hopefully inspire you. But yeah, I have got plans and I have got things cut out as well, but it might change because obviously you see something as you're going along, you go, oh, I could have done that or I could do that. But I have got it all planned out anyway. So, but if there's anything you would like to see us do with it or anything that we can help you with, please get in touch and ask us. But hopefully, if you've not already got these, you're going to be quick enough to get them because, as Ben said, the stocks are dwindling. So, you know, we've got a 2-hour show now, so we need to hopefully get through all the demos. I've got a demo from each of the die sets, so hopefully we'll get on with those.
And what's so lovely about these as well, Sheila, we discussed it in the last show and I knew you were chatting about it. Obviously, these are called Christmas-shaped card bases, but as we found out and we've chatted about, you can use these year-round, can't you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you've got a cabin. We've named it a Christmas cabin, but I mean, it's just like, if you look at it, you would think it's just a house that you can use for so many things all year round. We've got the caravan. A caravan, it doesn't necessarily speak Christmas, but we've involved it in this and done it so it's all lovely and Christmassy. But again, caravans can be used at any time for any occasion. And the boot, we can change that from, you know, as we said, a baby's bootie to like a welly boot, to someone's emailed in and said that. A worker's boot, you know, if you're in construction, if you plaster walls, gardening, fishing, we all wear boots, winter boots. The chunky winter boots are really in now for women. So, you know, I have loads of boots. So again, you can use it just for general birthday cards. And then the other one, the mug, well, you can use that for every age. And as one of our viewers pointed out, if you put the extra handle on the other side, you've got a baby sippy cup. So, you know, there's all kinds of things you can do with them.
Absolutely. We've got loads of you already in and watching as well. Radical Rachel on the socials for this one. Trudy says, hi everyone, hello. Julie Palmer says, good afternoon from a rainy Ipswich, hello. Lois joins us from Ohio. I won't do that for all of them. I don't know why I'm doing it. Hi to Pat, who says, good morning, Ben, Sheila, Super CTV crew, and all my crafting friends from New Jersey. Diane says, good morning, happy Friday. Altia DeVries says, hello everyone. And Stephen says, got the showstopper. Nice one, Stephen. Em says, these are so good. I'm glad I woke up early enough to get my order in. I bought the pumpkin a couple of years ago. It was a hit with a card swap I participated in, and I expect these will be as well. They guaranteed like these will be hits, whoever you give them to. And again, if you make to sell, I would like imagine, look at like Sheila's like setup there. Imagine if that was your craft stall, right? Imagine that was your craft stall, and people are going to be drawn to that, aren't they, if you're selling those?
Yes. You know, when you do a craft fair, it's very rare that you have crafters there. So they just come along, people come along, they see like handmade items, and if they see these, I mean, I firmly believe that they will not think that these have been handmade because they don't come across as a basic handmade card. They would just be absolutely staggered at this, and they would just be like, you know, in complete awe, like I am when I see the samples that have been made. So I think you're on to an absolute winner. If you can make boxes and things, you can put sweets in there, little treats. You could put, you know, animal treats in these as well. Everybody likes to put something under the tree for the pets. Put them on your Christmas tables. There's just tons and tons of ideas. And as we've said, there's a lot of elements here that you can use all year round for different occasions. So it's one of those great die sets. It's a great tool at a great price, and you're going to use it time and time again.
Em says the camper is perfect for summer camping friends. Absolutely. And Todd Johnson says, hello all. Ben, your tea towel and card have just arrived. What more can a man need? Well, Todd, exactly right. What more can a man need? And whatever you do with the tea towel, make sure you please put it to good use and not bad use, like Debbie Robinson. I like Alison's use of it, you know, guarding her machine. I liked... was it Wanda or Stephanie? I think it was Wanda's use of it, you know, having it on the wall there. Don't wipe stuff up with it. It's meant to be treasured, for God's sake.
Put it in a frame, like you would a football shirt.
Yes, exactly right. Put it in a frame. Sheila's got the right idea. I've got a couple left over, Sheila. You can have one. Right.
Thanks.
There are 54 of these showstoppers left, so let's show you every item you're going to get. I always think that boards, these are basically just to show you like the dies you're going to get. They're not the most inspirational things in the world, but kind of just shows you what you're going to be paying your money for, and we can look at some finished samples with Sheila. So you get the hot chocolate. With the hot chocolate, you will get a set of stamps. If I can find it, you will anyway. Here we go. So all of those elements there. And as we were saying, like that mug is going to be so useful, you know, year round, whether it's, you know, a cup of tea card. Use it with your tea and coffee collection, for example. You know, but you've got all the elements there to build up your hot chocolate, whether it's a Christmassy hot chocolate or just a hot chocolate on a normal day of the year. Then you've got all of your sentiments to go with that as well. So you've got, may your holidays be sweet, sending a Christmas cup of cheer, 'tis the season for hot chocolate, sending a Christmas hug in a mug, Christmas wishes, and hot chocolate kisses. So set sentiments with each of the die sets. Then you've got your caravan. This is so super cute. So it's your festive camper, not caravan, festive camper. And again, can be festive, can be year round. If any of you remember the gnome collection that we did, I want to say a year ago, but it's probably 2 years ago. It's probably 3 years ago. But this would work really nice with that gnome collection, if you remember that one. But again, you've got the elements to Christmasify that up. It's not a word, but I'm going to keep using it. Christmasify it, or you can have it, as I say, year round for a summer camping holiday, like somebody was mentioning earlier. There's your sentiments to go with that collection as well. So you've got things like best wishes for a happy holiday season, sending you Christmas cheer across the miles. Less than 50 of these now. Deck the halls, get to the checkouts. That's not a sentiment. Happy Christmas, let it snow, let's get festive, and more. Then also in here, you are going to receive Santa's boot. And again, this could be Santa's boot. You know, you can decorate it all up. I love the fact that it can be a boot. It can be a boot house, like the old woman who lived in a shoe. It can just be, as we said, a workman's boot. It could be a fisherman's boot. It just could be, I love the idea from earlier on with someone saying they're going to use it for like a summertime card and make it all sort of flowery and have some flowers popping out of the top. This is what I'm talking about. The versatility here is key. And then you've got all your sentiments in there as well. So warm Christmas wishes. You've got it's the most wonderful time of the year, Winter Wonderland, North Pole, Elf Village. You get the drift. And then you've also got in here your Christmas cabin. And guess what? Could just be a cabin. Could just be a cute little house. It doesn't have to be Christmassy. Love the demo that Sheila showed us earlier on as well, in that you can have your house, dog house. Just so many different elements and ways to be able to use these. You've got your Christmas cabin sentiments in there too. So, 'tis the season to be jolly. Believe in the magic of Christmas. You've also got, may this Christmas season fill your home with warmth and joy, and home for the holidays. So that's all of the new stuff. If you go for your showstopper, you are going to receive 4 quick dry ink pads. So smoked emerald, you will get your pale fig, you will get Friar Brown, you will get crushed velvet, you will also get your black foam pads, which I know a lot of people will be very excited about. These are from Sticks 2, double-sided foam pad, 2 mil thick, and you are getting 440 pads. That is a lot of stickage. And then you will also receive 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 sheets of this Star Dream cardstock. So the green, you've got the beautiful opal in there, you've got the black, you've got the red, and also you've got your silver and diamond. That is the new Star Dream cardstock, 285 GSM, double-sided, and that is all included in that bundle, of which we have less than 50. What I will say, I haven't got time to go through it all now. If you want those individually, they are available as tariff-free bundles, where you will get the set which you've gone for, plus an ink pad, and you will also get a one colour of the cardstock included in there as well. For people who bought on HSN, you know the ones that you want to obviously go for. I think it was the mug and the house you got on HSN, wasn't it? So get the other 2. Hi to Tammy, he says, I've already received the hot cocoa and gingerbread house. They're super cute. I want to get the camper one. Lily says, I make food hampers as Christmas presents. These are going to totally posh up the packaging. The mug and house on top of boxes is such a genius idea. And the collection is amazing, says Wendy. Well done. Just as we go over to Sheila for the first demo, perhaps just saying sort of roughly what are the sizes of the cards when they're complete, I suppose, for making envelopes, Sheila?
Well, they all vary slightly. What I'll do, I'll bring in some of the little samples that the team have done. So we've got the little caravan one here. Now that one, obviously that's wider than it is higher. So to err on the side of caution, I would say this caravan would probably go into, depending where you are in the world, this might go into a 6x4 envelope, I think, an A6 as we have them in, or a C6 in this country. You would probably, the caravan's measuring, because I know that in the US we have A2 size cards, which are wider but shorter than our A6. So the caravan actually measures, I'm getting the wheels to the bottom of here, about 3 3/4 inches by maybe 5 1/4. So if I was you, I would allow for something like maybe 6x4 to get that caravan card. But it depends again how if you're bulking it up or you're adding more, obviously your envelope will need to be a little bit bigger, but you'll definitely get that one in a 6x4, I think. Probably, we'll do it this way. By the time you've got your embellishments in, again, the cup card measures, I think I'll be putting this, you might get it at a push in a 6x6 envelope. It depends how high you've got these sticking up. 5x7 would definitely work. So 5x7 inch envelope. For your house, let me just grab the little house that I had before. I think it might be under here to give you the house measurements. So the house, I think we measured this at being about 4.5, didn't we? 4.5 by 4.5. So we reckoned up probably a 5x5 envelope for that one. And then the other one is the boot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let me grab the boot one then. So we've at least given all the measurements for everyone, because we know some of you have bought all of them and some of you have bought either singles
that
or...
boot is brilliant, by the way.
The boot is amazing, isn't it?
You could make some to Doc Martens as well, couldn't you, for people who love docs?
Yes, you could, yeah. And I just had another idea as well, which I'll tell you in a minute when we're doing the boot card, which I'm going to do first of all. So this one, I think it will be touch and go with a 5x5 envelope, so you might have to go 6x6 just for the sake of allowing for any decoupaged areas or layers that you've put on that have got higher, because they will lift the envelope. But I think 6x6, 5x5 and probably 7x5 would be the sizes to put these in and allow you a little bit of room.
Excellent stuff. And a great question. So thank you so much for that. Thank you also to Alison, who says the cabin upside down would make great bunting.
Oh,
yes, it would, actually.
Let's have a look at that.
This is what I'm talking about, though. Let's have a look. Yeah, it would.
Yeah, it would make bunting.
Yeah.
You know what as well with that? Who was that was saying that?
That was Alison.
Alison. Yeah, because you've got two options there, I think, haven't you? If you imagine like you could score along there as well, and then and score along there, and that would then give you a fold to thread your cord through rather than having to fiddle about gluing and stuff. So then you just have like a little fatter triangle bunting. But yeah, I'm sure you could use that. Absolutely, little flags, arrows, things like that. You can do all sorts when you start thinking about it, can't you? Which is pretty amazing. That's what I love about them.
Do you know what I've seen now as well when you turn that upside down and the way you had it before? I didn't see, but I see a dog bandana.
Of course.
As well, if you wanted to do something like that potentially.
Of course, yeah. Isn't it amazing what people see?
Yeah.
Just there's something like that. But you know, when you were showing the boards, Ben, and everything was cut in black. Yeah. I mean, very often we do silhouette cards where we have like a black fairy against a lovely inky background and stuff. But I was thinking, we never really do Christmas silhouettes, do we? The only silhouette we kind of see at Christmas is when Santa is flying over somewhere in a sleigh. I'm thinking you could do some glittery backgrounds, you could do some embossed, some inky backgrounds, and then do like almost like a campsite with your caravan. You know, put the windows out, your light that you've done as a background would shine through the windows, so you could still be doing like a summer's evening or something.
I love that idea.
And again, you've got the fir trees, you've got lots of little doors and things. You could still be doing like a fairy house in a tree, but as a silhouette. So there's loads you can do with this set. I'm just amazed at what we can do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, keep the comments coming through. Keep shopping. Less than 50 of those showstoppers left now as well. So are we going to do the boot for the first demo?
We're going to do a boot for the first demo.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, we are. So I'm just trying to lift my tape up there. So what I'm going to do a little boot card, and we'll do it as a shaped card. I just want to. No, I'm using. I just want to stick that down. I'm using some of our. You know the card blanks that we launched last week, the pearlised card blanks? Because even though I'm going to put a glittery boot on the front, I still want the card to be nice and pearlescent inside. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to cut 2 of the boots out, and then we'll join them together to make a nice little card blank. And I think with this one, we might do it from the top actually. But I don't want to do it like as a boot house as such. I just want to kind of do it as a boot. But I did have this other thought, which I'm going to show you in a second. So let's just take that off there, and then we'll bring this other piece in so we can cut 2 boots. And I'm guessing with, I think it might have been Marie that made the card before. She did the, you know, the left boot and the right boot.
Oh, yeah.
You would just cut them out like this and then turn one the other way. So yeah, once you've embellished it and stuff, you wouldn't be able to tell that it was cut the other way, because as you know, with dies, when it cuts out, it gives you that beautiful kind of lip. It's hardly visible, but it gives you that little lip, which makes it really nice. Whereas when you turn it that way, the lip is shown. Now there is a way, if you've got like a rubber mat or a sponge mat, you can put that on your mat, and if you've got a very fine ball tool and embossing tool, you can just go around the edge and kind of press that little lip that's up.
Yeah.
But it's hit and miss. You have to be careful because it can be a little bit tricky. But you know what? I think by the time you've got your card on there and ink around the edges, you're not going to notice that. That's the easiest way to ink around the edges, I think, to at least then not show that little lip. But I'm thinking now with this again, Ben, I wonder if you could make this actually stand up. You know, and then you could put some little things in it. You could like even make it into like a pencil pot or something.
Oh, I love that idea. Kind of like what you did with the
like the truck.
The truck the other night.
You know, so if you were to kind of do that and put, I mean, to be honest, I'm wondering if you. I don't know why I whisper there. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, what?
It's like
Don't tell them watching. Just tell me.
Secret thought. I'm wondering if you could. Even do a score line along there and then cut into it, but then you get a thinner boot. But my other thought was, and now if I bring this in and put it on here and then you can see it better, I was thinking, can we make this into a shoe rather than a boot? Well, yes, we can. I think if you took the little...
Oh, I love it.
It's almost like an ankle chain in a way.
But I was going to say, yeah, like an ankle chain, or like an elf boot now.
Yeah, so you could actually cut that, and then that would be like, that would make it into a shoe, wouldn't it? Like a chunky shoe.
Yeah.
That you would have for maybe a girl. I mean, I have chunky, you know, platform shoes. But you could do that, or you might want to make it so that this is a leg. And this is so you could do a nice tanned leg or even a darker leg. It would work for all skin colours and skin types. You could then put that round as a little chain, put some gems on, so it could almost become like Asian, or, you know, you could use it for all different like fashions and cultures. And again, just do, you know, just decorate it up and do it really ornate. So I think there's loads of way around it. The other thing as well, I wondered if you could make it into a Christmas stocking by doing the same thing. So if you actually cut this out separately and then put that on there like that to create that toe part of a sock. I mean, it would be a big toe bit, but it doesn't matter.
Get lots of stuff in there.
And then, you'd be like, fill the toe bit, fill the toe bit.
Yeah, not with a satsuma or a piece of coal.
Exactly. But then, look, you could do it there as well, so it would work. So you could do Christmas stockings, I think, as well. So anyway, I digress there. So let's get our boot cut a third time now with this beautiful glitter card that came in the, was this 100 sheets? It was, wasn't it?
It was 25 of each, yeah.
Yeah, 25 of each. And, I love this so much. Now, the tape might not do great on here because it's glitter card, but it might be okay. So what we'll do, I'm just gonna risk it. It's got one piece on there. So we'll pop this through and then risk it for a biscuit, as you say, yeah. So we'll take that through the Gemini, and then once that's cut, that can then be glued in place onto the front of the card once we've scored it. I mean, to be honest, what you could do is you could actually, I'm going to pop that through again. I'm just going to turn it this time because that little edge there is not quite cut. So let's pop that back in. What you could do is you could actually decorate the front first, and then because we're only scoring the back piece, then you could put the back on after, you know, rather than actually do the whole thing and then spoil your card. There we go, perfect. So we've got a nice red boot. I was thinking, can you imagine if Santa came to your house in red boots? Oh, how amazing would that be? Look at that. That's so
glittery
spectacular,
red boots
isn't
as well.
it? So spectacular.
I love it.
So, yes, there's a great film and a great show called Kinky Boots, isn't there? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it definitely was. Yeah, I love that film. Oh, I've watched it a million times. I just love it. I can't pronounce his name. The lovely guy that's in that, but yeah.
I don't think I've seen it.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Oh yeah, you must watch it, Ben. It's really good because it's musical.
Yeah,
so it's got songs in it, but it's a really good storyline as well. You really love it. That's his name. I can't say it.
What was he in? He was in something I watched recently, actually. What recent movies he been in?
Just get some red tape.
No, it wasn't that. He was in something very recently. Because I remember saying to my wife, "Oh, that's Chiwetel Ejiofor." She was like, "Who?"
Yeah, I can never say his name, but I do like him. I think he's great. Whatever he's in, that was it.
Right, the recent Bridget Jones. That was it. Yes, Bridget Jones is Mad About a Boy.
Mad About the Boy. Yeah.
I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah, he's a great actor. I really like him. But he's brilliant in Kinky Boots. I think it's just such a great film. But yeah, you should definitely watch it.
I shall add it to the ever-growing list of movies that I'm supposed to watch, but I'll never get round to watching. You'll be shocked at this one, and everyone will have heard this one. I've never seen Grease all the way through.
Really?
No, never sat and watched it all the way through.
Good old Grease, eh? Good old Grease.
Grease 2, funnily enough, not seen that either. Did that have Michelle Pfeiffer in, or was it Kim Bass? Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah.
No, I don't think they ever are they? I mean, I think the first film is always the best one. The original, yeah, definitely. And even when they remake like the older films like Psycho and things like that, all the classics, they're still never as great as the originals. But yeah. Okay, so now we've got our red boots. So look how easy that would be to do as a pair of wellies for your adventurous gardener who likes the glittery wellies. So what we're going to do now I've already cut quite a lot of bits because, as I said earlier on this morning, there's quite a lot of small pieces in here. So I did a good bit of cutting yesterday so that we could kind of just put things together and show you what they're like in their different colour combinations. So what I've done, I've gone along with that amazing, let me just take that out because that's a bit of scrap, the amazing little bits of the glitter card that I've got, and also the foiled card, the metallic card. We've got some of the pearlescent there as well. So what we've got now is we've got the toe here. So this is the toe, like that. So you can see now that you could actually use that as a sock. Yeah, you could use it as a Christmas stocking because you would
also,
hang
like
it
you said,
up.
like a steel toe cap for like a worker's boot.
Definitely.
I saw a pirate's eye patch there as well, just initially as you...
Oh gosh, yeah, an eye patch.
You put that down.
Oh my God, I tell you what, we're going mad. This is why you end up as a crafter not being able to sleep. Because you go to bed and then you're like, oh, I've just had a thought about that die set. I know what I could do with it. I could do this, I could cut that. I could bring in that piece from that one. And it gets a bit crazy, doesn't it? So you can see now we've got the sole here and the heel. So that would go on top of your toe cap here.
Yeah.
And then normally you do the heel bit, but I've done the door and I'm going to do a gold door on here. So again, I thought, let's use some of those really glamorous papers and cardstock that we've got, because I think they just go together so nicely. So you can see how we can start to build that up. So let's do our, let's do the sole, and I'm just gluing them all on, and I'm doing them with my tacky glue just because we're going on to the glitter card with the majority of it. So, and I've just got a couple more pieces to cut out.
Yeah.
They're a little bit fiddling, and they're those kind of pieces that you cut, but then you're at risk of losing them. So I thought, right, well, we'll cut those on the show as well.
Well done, Faye. Showstopper ordered. My UPS driver will have a big load to deliver after August the 11th. It is a pre-order. We've got less than 40 now. This is not going to last the show, let alone the hour. It's going to sell out. That if you want all of the elements, you need to be thinking about shopping right now. As I say, the individual bundles that we've got more stock of. So again, if you are an HSN shopper and you bought the mug and the house, you can get the boot and the camper as individual bundles. But if you want it all and you want it now, then you need to be checking it out. With Josh's stamps from yesterday, said Rhonda, you could also do the old woman in the shoe with this boot.
Definitely.
Absolutely, you could.
Definitely.
And Pat Powell says, I got the showstopper. I was thinking, watching Wake Up Call, if I cut off the handle of the cup and turn it upside down, it could make a bell-shaped card. Yeah.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, absolutely right. I mean, I'm just going to show you there if we do it like, if you imagine that way, yeah, definitely. Definitely a bell.
Do you know what as well? I've just thought, it's the way that you sort of decorated that boot as well. Thinking of Craig, of course, who was here with his wrestling. You could turn it into like a pair of wrestling boots as well.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? For people who love it.
Oh,
There's so
word.
many things you could do.
Of course you could. There's loads of things. See, and this is what everybody starts to do. They start getting excited, and the thing is, if you're seeing these shows and you're going to have to wait 10 days or something, however long it takes for your parcel to get to you. Yeah. Be writing these down on paper. Write them down and go, right, I'm going to try that. And it might work for you and it might not, but you've got the ideas there and you can try them.
Is this why projects never get finished, Sheila? Because crafters always keep thinking of new ideas, and in the middle of one, they'll be like, oh, I've just thought of something else I can do, and then start on something else.
Yes, I think so. And the danger is as well, and I do this with my knitting because I'm a bit of a crazy person for wool. I always have been. So I've never got enough wool, even though I've got a house full. I get some wool and I find a pattern and I start knitting it, or I come up with an idea and then I start knitting with it, and then all of a sudden I see some more wool. So then I get some more wool because I like that, and I think, oh, I need to just start knitting with this. And I've got on the needles at home that I never finished, and I wouldn't be able to get into it now. I mean, I started doing this in the early 90s, right? And it's a pink mohair jumper. And it's in a bag. I'll have to bring it in and show you because you won't believe me. But what it was a jumper with long sleeves, just a short jumper. I mean, I'll never get in it now. It's about a size 10s. Well, I'm way past that. So it's got these little strands that you knit that are about probably not quite as long as this. But yeah, they're about that long, and you knit these little strips and they're like worms, and then you leave the stitches on a needle and then you knit those into the jumper. Yeah. And you end up with like this crazy jumper that's just full of like wormy things hanging off. It's amazing, it looks amazing, but it's just, I never finished it, and I keep finding it thinking, oh, there's no point in finishing that now. And there's not really that far to go on it, but...
maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
So, look what we've got here. We've got little curtains, and they've even got tie backs on, which is like amazing, or they're draped back. So I'm going to glue them onto my window frame. So we've got a gold window frame to match the door, and then we've got glittery curtains to match the door frame. So again, now when we put this on here, it's so fiddly, but that's because I'm on glitter card, that's all. And then we can put that one on as well.
Hi to Pat Power says, how about Superman or Wonder Woman boots? And Clister says, what about boots for a hiking group?
Oh, yes.
To put like what they called on the bottom, like with spikes or, oh no, it's crampons, isn't it? Crampons, but that's more like climbers, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, definitely. We'll pop that little window there. Look how cute that is. Now I'm just going to move that with my pokey tool to there so that we can glue that on. And I'll just press that down with my hand. Okay, there we go. So I'm thinking with this that if it was going to be like a Santa boot, we wouldn't need to put the roof bit on. We could just put that along the top there. So I'm going to pop that along the top.
Looks like something Elton John would wear. Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Back in the 70s when he did like Pinball Wizard and stuff. Yeah, definitely it is actually. No.
Have you seen that movie? Rocket Man.
No, I haven't.
With Taron Egerton.
No, is it good?
Oh my gosh, one of the best movies that I've ever seen.
Really?
I love Elton John, and I also love Taron Egerton. So it was a bit of a win-win for me.
It was win-win all round for you, wasn't it?
Yeah. Has anyone else seen that movie? Let me know in the comments.
I haven't seen that.
Great movie.
No, I haven't seen that.
Have you seen the one where the Freddie Mercury movie, Bohemian Rhapsody?
No, then have I? I think I have.
What's the name of the chap who plays him? Rami Malek.
Oh, I don't. Maybe I have. Maybe not.
So
I don't
good.
know. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. I can't remember.
Good. Oh yeah, George was saying you watched the one of Robbie Williams movie where he's played by a monkey. I don't really fancy that because he sounds a bit too wacky for me, and I'm not a massive Robbie fan. So
that's funny. That's funny. So what we're going to do now? We've got another window. Are we still all right for time, or do we need to move on to another one? Are we okay? Okay. Just let me know if we're not, because I'm aware that these are small die cuts, and I think if we'd cut them out on the show, it would have taken twice as long. So I did as many as I could, so that we would have, a few to show already cut.
Got less than how many showstoppers left? You say less than how many? 40. Less than 40 of these. Rosalind says, Sheila, most people that knit or crochet have multiple unfinished projects because we get squirrel brain when we see something else to make. Oh yeah, squirrel.
Do you know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. As a naturally creative person who, just has a longing for craft stuff, whether it be paper craft, and it's usually not just paper craft, it's usually paper craft, fabric, crochet, knitting, ceramics, like miniatures, things like that. We just love pottery. We just love all those kinds of things because they're all creative things that we want to do. So you end up just like, oh, let me just pop that on again. I should have probably done that with something a little stronger. But anyway, I think it'll grab. The other ones have grabbed. So let me pop that back on there. And I'll just give it a minute with I usually have, on my desk at home, I have some really old, like, punches and things. And what I do when I'm doing something like this, if I need a bit of weight on it, I put something on top. I have, like, a Bluetooth speaker that's a circular one, but it's quite heavy, so sometimes I bring that in and I sit back and I look at all the bits I've got on top, like a Bluetooth speaker, a punch, a glass of water. It's crazy all the things that you have on there. Right, so I think what we'll do now then, so I've not cut everything else. If you look on here, I've used like tiny amounts of stuff. Now the idea is that you put the roof on, you've got a chimney pot as well, and all these elements have got snow on top. So you've got all these tiny, tiny pieces of snow. But what I have done, and I thought they looked amazing, cut out of the green collection of cardstock that we've got, which is again, it's green and gold, isn't it?
It's green and gold, yeah. And
green
then you've got that really weird sort of glitter card in that bundle as well.
It's beautiful.
That's with the opulence paper pad, isn't it? I seem to remember.
Yes, but look how amazing those look, those leaves. And then what we've got here, I just need to cut these out. Now, we might not get all these on here, but I wanted to show you the lace-up parts of the shoe. Because on the picture, I'll bring the picture in here. So you've got the picture here. Let me pull it down a bit. So you've got all these. Now, if you emboss the bit with the eyelets in, where you would tie your laces, it will give you, it won't cut holes, it will give you like an embossed raised edge. Now on some of the projects, I can see that some of the team have actually done, like they've drawn, once they've put the little the lace through, they've drawn just around the edge of it, which just, I think it just makes it a simpler solution for you. So what happens is, and I'm just going to show you these, we might not get to stick them all on, but obviously it'd be nice to just get some on, and I'll probably finish these later, and then when I get home maybe, and then I can I'm hoping to take pictures of everything that I've like been making and finishing, and obviously we don't have loads of time, but what you would do then is you would stick these on here. So this then makes it look like you've got your laces tied You know what I mean? So I've done them in black because I thought, well, we've got the black on there, we've got the gold, we've got the red. I kind of like the colour system that we've got. And then obviously we've got the berries as well. So I've cut a couple of berries. We've got a little bow. It's
There are 35 showstoppers left.
Is that all we've
35.
got? Wow. Oh, that's
very, very busy.
That's amazing. You're going to be so excited when you get them. And what's great about it as well is you can see that on the packaging, you've got a really clear picture there of how you can put it together. So this is just giving you an idea, but this could be a Doc Martin boot. Do you remember? If you've got someone in your family that's still a bit punky, that was a punk rocker, or
not that she's a punk rocker, but our Tracy.
Yeah.
Likes Doc Martens, doesn't she, gang?
Yeah,
I mean, she's still, and her and her daughter are massive fans of Doc Martens.
Yeah, Docs have really come back into fashion again, particularly for girls.
Because were they first big in like the 70s? Because they were big when I was like in my teens, like in the mid 90s, they were big.
Yeah, they were massive in the 70s. Yeah. And I tell you what, as well, the great boots. They're like great all-weather boots, and they're made in this country, aren't they? They're an old British company that make them, and they've been around for so long. And I watched a programme recently on how they made them. It was at their factory, and they're great because it's like a sealed unit, so you can wear them for years and years in all weathers, and you won't get home and your socks will be wet. You won't have that. You're dry feet all the time and comfy and very warm. So they're great boots, and they're totally in fashion for girls as well. So we've got our little holly berries there. You do get 3 of those, but I'm going to keep that one spare there. But that gives you the idea. If we were to put the roof on, then that would give you this effect. Let me just get that off here. And the tape on here is very strong, so that means you're not going to lose the dies, But you imagine you'd have your little top on there like that, and then you put your chimney on, and then you've got the little bow, you've got the little wreath, you've got the lights, you've got an arrow, you've got so many little things. I mean, we could put that on the door, couldn't we? And then what I'll do is I'll put a gem on there after for the door handle, but we could just have the bow on the door like that. And again, it's just playing around with it. And I'm sure you're going to use, look at this. This is what what these came in. The little laces. You could thread some ribbon through there, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Thread some ribbon through there, make it really unusual. Trim it so it's nice and straight. Again, you could be putting ribbon through there. You could elongate it so it goes longer because it's not got an edge on. So you could use a long piece of card, be doing that as a border. So there's just so much with this that you can do, and I've just barely touched it. And then you've got your boot. Snow at the bottom that you can sit your boot in, but you get the idea. Experiment with your papers, do loads of things, try it, and I would absolutely love to see your pictures once you've got these, what you're making with them.
I can believe, because I knew how many we had in the first place. There's 40 minutes gone of the pick of the week, and it's quite funny actually. This pick of the week obviously means this is supposed to last a week. You've probably got half an hour tops, I would say, to grab what's left. So this show is Pick of the Hour.
Pick of the Hour?
If you want everything in the showstopper at the best price, then you need to be getting it now, because we've now got 34 of these remaining. Quickly, just to show you all the designs. So you've got your hot chocolate, all those dies in that set with your sentiments to go with as well. Again, I think we've really pushed the boat out here in the fact that we've given you stamped sentiments with each of the kits. We could have very easily just gone 4 die sets and then 1 stamp set. So I think it's really nice that you're getting multiples of these. You've got your Christmas cabin there as well. And again, could be Christmas, could be any other time of the year. What's really lovely about this is obviously you've got like your signpost there, for example, with the little poles. And then on the sentiments sheet, yes, you've got sentiments, but then you've got North Pole and you've got Santa's Workshop, so you can stamp those onto the signpost if you're creating like a little scene with these as well. Santa's Boot, as you've just seen, I would imagine now that is probably proving very popular in the individuals. Everything available as individual bundles if you want to go down that route, and all the individual bundles this time as well are tariff free, which is really good news. So for those of you who shopped on HSN and picked up the 2 which they offered, you can get the other 2 from us and not worry about those pesky tariffs. There's your festive camper as well. It can be an unfestive camper if you want it to be. It can be any type of camper you like, but you've got the snowman in there too. Loads of different kind of festive components in there, plus more of those stamp sentiments for you to go for as well. And then, of course, we make it tariff-free by adding in did I say 440? I think I did. 440 craft foam pads in black, which again, I know so many people love to have, because a lot of the times if you're making like a project, and then it annoys people, doesn't it, when they can see like the white foam pad sticking out the side. And I totally get that. Perfectionists, I totally get it. So you've got some black foam pads in there. Also, we're going to give you 4 of our quick dry ink pads. So you've got crushed velvet, you've got Friar Brown, you've got your pale fig, and then you've got your smoked emerald in there too. And then alongside that, you're also going to be receiving all of this fantastic cardstock. And my goodness me, it is beautiful. 4 sheets of each of the colours that you've got in here. So you've got like a green, you've got an opal, you've got a black and a red, you have a diamond and a, I think it's just called silver, is it? I think. Opal, red, black, green, silver and diamond. 68 quid or 88 bucks for the next 30 odd people, and more people are going to check that out in the break. We've got more stock of the individual bundles. So again, if you are someone who shopped on HSN and you just want to kind of round up your bundle and get everything, you can go down that line. If you want it all and you want it at the best price, you need to be checking it out right now, I would say. Thank you as well for everyone commenting. Some really, really great comments coming through, which I will go through in a few moments' time. But more importantly than that, get to the checkout and we'll meet you back here in about 4 or 5 minutes' time.
Hello everyone, Holly here again. I can't craft as I only have paws, but I thought you might like to see my favourite toy who keeps me company when my mummy is crafting. So here he is, Space Bear. He lives in space, but he comes to see me when mummy is in her craft room using her crafters goodies that she loves and seems to get delivered every day. Just saying. Anyway, here he is, my favourite toy, Space Bear. Thanks again everybody, bye!
What I love most about Crafters TV is the community.
Crafters TV brings everyone together from different corners of the world.
It also connects you with people from all over the world.
You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family.
I feel like I'm crafting along with my friends.
I met some of my friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much.
When you're having a tough time, you can switch on Crafters TV and you can go on the live chat, and you know people will be there for you as well.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
It's a place where we can all share our love for Crafters Companion, ideas, and get inspiration from each other.
So what's not to love about Crafters TV? So go make a coffee and pull up a chair. Let's all get crafting. I'll see you all there.
Hi there, my name's Cooper. I'm also known as Cooperman by my friends on Crafters TV. I love Crafters Companion, even though my mummy spends more money on their products than my treats and toys. But she spends so much time crafting in the craft room, which means I get loads of treats. So thank you, Crafters Companion. Woof woof.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Hey you, the CC crew, you show us what to make, what to buy, how to do. Hey you, the CC crew, Ben, Sarah, Craig, Debbie, Boogaloo. Hey you, the CC crew, carry on the programme as we all need you. Hey you, the CC crew, you keep us all company and we can't do without you. I thought that was really good. And I feel like I should go, wow, wow, wow.
Welcome back, everybody. What a show. I can't believe we've only got, just over an hour left. If we do sell out of the showstopper, which is seeming very likely, we'll obviously stay with you. We'll give you opportunities to ask more questions, give you more inspiration. There's more stock of all of the individual bundles. That's the good news this time around. And the even better news is it's tariff-free. Also, don't forget to shop the day, because we have got a brilliant deal on the daily deal, which is the Touch of Sparkle. Less than 70 of those to go now. It's all of the stamps, dies and stencils from the Touch of Sparkle for the best price we've ever done them for. I would imagine you've already got the sparkle to be able to decorate those with, and maybe a picky up, pokey down tool. If you haven't, you can get those individually on the web. What I will also say, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight as well. A fun game coming up tonight, and I'll tell you also with somebody else playing for Team Facebook. Not me. I've made the game. It's going to be fun. It's not anagrams. Loving the boots, says Sheila and Telsford. They are so realistic. Pat says, I want to make a haunted boot with that dye for Halloween. I like that. Like a witch's boot, maybe. You could put like cobwebs and stuff like that all over it, couldn't you? Carolyn says, good morning all from Florida. I joined last show in the middle, never even saw the whole bundle and just bought it right after away. I brought it right away. I'm amazed at the possibilities with this set. Sarah Walters has ordered the Caravan. M says, my niece is 16 and she loves her white dock boots. I feel like docks are one of those things that like never kind of go out of fashion, like jeans, like denim jeans. Like jeans are always in fashion, aren't they?
Yeah.
Love your creativity, Sheila, says Stephanie. Love this collection, Lynn. Says they are useful for lots of different occasions, and even if you don't use the main shape, there are lots of elements that are useful too. That's a really good point. And Todd says, I have shoe dryers, but for my running trainers, says Todd. Ben, I recommend them. Sounds random, but it's following on from the dry boots. Never heard of that. Maybe I will look into it. I shall spend even more money than I already do on all things running. And hide more parcels. Oh no, I've had these for weeks, months even. They look brand new, those shoes. Oh, they're not. I just don't wear them that often. Right, £85, $110 for your showstopper, £66, $88. Pre-order today, coming to you on August the 11th. It will be leaving here, but you've got less than 30 opportunities now to shop and buy. What we're going to look at next, Sheila?
Okay, so I thought we'd do the Caravan, but this time, when I looked at the picture on the actual packaging, it just reminded me of like the colours reminded me kind of a bit of the 70s, because Caravans used to be like a pale kind of greeny colour, didn't they? And then a bit of whitey creamish, and as they age, they become a bit more grey and a bit faded. But I thought, I wonder what it would be like to do a tartan caravan. So we're going to try doing a tartan caravan. Now, this is the paper from the night before Christmas. So if you've got this, I'm using the back of that. And then what I've done is I've grabbed a couple of colours that will tone in with the actual background here. So we've got the green, we've got the red, and we've got this kind of browny rust colour. So I've got my door cut, but I'm going to do window as well. But what we'll do, we'll cut the caravan out first. Now, this is just going to go onto a card. So what we can do is we'll get the caravan cut and we'll start to build it up. I've already got a lot of things cut and a lot of bits prepped as well, because in this you get your fabulous snowman. So as we mentioned earlier, and I've got to show you this, I've already made up the snowman here, and I put him on a piece of red, then you can see him. So he's really, really cute, isn't he? Now, I was thinking he might be quite nice if he did a penny slider card.
Oh, I love penny sliders,
because he would work on there. But then again, you could do a whole family of them. Now, the smallest dies in the set, and I'm going to tell you this, if I grab my, just grab my poker tool here. So you'll see here, this is one die, and you've got 2 eyes and 5 tiny, like, pieces of coal for his mouth. Now, they're very small, so if I bring this in, you'll see them. They're not that much bigger than a full stop, but it is doable. You can do it, and you've got the tiny nose as well. But the other option is, you can still do the eyes and the nose, is to just dot with a pen.
Yeah.
If you find that easier and you've got a fine line, you can do that. But otherwise, it is quite fun. You know, if you love fiddling about with things like I do, then this is great. But look how cute he is.
Very cute.
And I'm thinking, can you imagine now? See, I'm getting other ideas now. If you cut him twice, I wonder if you could make him into like a little rocking
snowman
gift tag. You know, so he would rock. There is a way of doing something like that where I think if you put a coin in between, like a penny or a 2p piece or a dime or whatever you've got, put it in and then put your other piece on the back. Or, no, a better way is going to be that, isn't it? It's going to be...
making like the little M.
So you're going to be making a little card, really. So if you then cut yourself the bottom of the snowman, stick him on there, then he should rock. And he would be... Imagine having those on your Christmas table, all these snowmen rocking.
That would be cute.
That would be funny, wouldn't it? So that's another idea which just came into my head. There's not enough in there already.
All these ideas like buzzing around.
My word, honestly. So we've got our caravan. So what I'm going to do is bring it in onto this card blank. The card is not stuck together yet, but you can at least see it there and you'll be able to see how it grows. So what we're going to do is and again, I'm just going to use, in fact, I could probably stick this on with the tape runner, actually. I can never get is this closed? Oh, I'm rubbish with tape runners, honestly, I really am. I'm not sure I think
the ones in here that we have, like, we need a bit of a clear out in
here.
Do we need a bit of a sort? I feel like some of these are like...
Some empty.
Well, that one's empty, like that one there needs changing completely because that's empty.
Right, so they're building up a bit and we've not been able to do them.
That one's empty. That one's nearly empty.
Okay.
So we need some replacement cartridges. That one's empty.
Oh, really?
What's going on here?
That's why they don't work. Then I keep thinking I'm absolutely rubbish at tape runners.
This tape pen here has got the tiny bit on.
Okay.
But don't
worry.
We've got lots of dotty tape pens.
I know. I've got one here, but I don't like using the dotty one unless it's absolutely necessary. So, but we might have to go with that. Okay. So we've got the bottom of the caravan on here now, and it's kind of it's actually more like a tweed jacket, isn't it, at the minute than a caravan? But what I have done then, I've already cut the. I'm sure there's a name for this. So the little wheel where you attach it to the car.
Yeah.
And then I've also got a wheel which I've already done here. So straight away, that starts to come to life and you can see that it is a caravan. However, if you ignore that, so don't have that on there and don't have that on there, you can make it into a bag. So like a little suitcase or something. So can you see that? If you've got it does look like it could be a little bag like
little
that.
Weekend
you just
bag.
need to put handles on. So again, lots of ideas and lots of other ways of using them. So let's put that onto there. So put the wheel on there, and then we'll put the little front wheel on. Right, so let's pop that onto there like that. So straight away, it starts to look more like a caravan now. Now I have got, and I'm just going to bring my little tray in because I've got all these bits and bobs in here. So I just need to find my, my mud guard, and I've cut this in grey as well. So we're kind of keeping with that, like a warm feel of a caravan. Whoa!
My father-in-law still got one of those like old style caravans.
Has he?
He doesn't go anymore, but he's got it on his property. They've got quite a lot of land.
Yes, so it's just on there.
And he sort of keeps it there. But we use it because it's still okay inside.
Fabulous.
So when the whole family comes over, a few of us will just go and stay in the caravan, which is
that's brilliant. How
nice,
brilliant!
Yeah.
That sounds great. Yeah. So I've already cut my door. And then I've cut this little bit here again in brown and put that as the door handle. Now what I did do, because we've got curtains, again, with the windows, I've cut these out of the other side of the tartan sheet. So because it's a Christmassy thing, these have got the snowflakes on. And then I had a spare little piece. And I did try to use this as a curtain, but it was a bit short and I didn't like the gap at the bottom. So what I've done is I've just cut a little rectangle, or sorry, another curtain actually, and just put it at the top so it looks like the door has got a blind on it. But again, we can put something behind there. Yes, so we could pop something in there. We could put some blue in. I might put some blue in as well. But what I am going to do is, we can still have the snow on the roof here. We're going to cut a window. So you see now how that's kind of coming together. It makes a real cute caravan, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And again, you don't, I mean, have you ever seen a tartan caravan? I haven't, but you know.
Do you know, I feel like that could also be as well, if you took the wheels off it and did it in, it could be a Christmas pudding.
Oh, yes, of course. Cut it, yeah, if you cut that in brown, put the icing on top.
And have a little sprig on top of it.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. If you imagine like, oh, let's see, we've already got some little sprig things here that you could put on top. So immediately you've got like little Christmas pudding, cut it in brown. Oh, yeah, that'd be brilliant. Okay.
There you go. It's a Christmas pudding caravan.
Christmas pudding caravan, yeah. So we've got the snow that will sit on there. So I'm going to cut a window and then we can put our little window on there. So I think we're going to go back to Ben for a minute, aren't we? While, yes.
We're going to take a short little break in a second. We're going to come back to this demo, so don't worry, so you'll be able to see this all finished off. But yeah, get your showstopper as fast as you can because the deal on that is running out. It is a pre-order from the date August the 11th. Something else which is coming up, I say in August, it is now August, isn't it? August the 1st, but something which is coming up at the end of August, August the 31st, is the Christmas in the Making Live. You've heard about this, I'm sure. If you haven't, it's going to be a brilliant event. Last day of August, it is with Leanne. It is a day full of inspiration and demonstration, and here is the lady herself to tell you all the details that you will need.
Hello, it's Leanne here. I'm here to invite you to Christmas in the Making Live. It's going to be on Sunday the 31st of August, and it's a full day of live crafting with 5 festive, fabulous projects for you to create. Did you love Craftaganza? Did you feel you missed out? Did you want to join in? This is for everybody, and we're going to be doing for a full day those 5 fabulous festive crafting projects. There's going to be cards, gift tags, boxes, 3D projects, colouring, embossing, die cutting, you name it. I'm going to include it, and I'm going to take you by the hand, step by step on the journey. We are going to be using our brand new launchers, but if you don't have them, I don't want you to worry, because we're going to give you all of the measurements, all of the skills, all of the know-how, and you can craft along with your own stash at the same time. Sunday the 31st of August, it's going to be the most glamorous festive event that you could imagine. Get your ticket, I can't wait to see you there.
Welcome everybody to Crafters TV. It has just gone 3 here in the UK and we are in the second hour of our pick of the week. The amazing news is though, I say it's amazing, the pick of the week is supposed to last a week, hence the name. This pick of the week is not going to last a week because it's going to sell out very, very shortly indeed. We do not have a lot of stock left of the showstopper. Whether phone calls will be made after that, I don't know. It's Friday, it's getting late, so potentially not, but I don't know. If you want the showstopper, then you need to be jumping in and grabbing it now. It is everything that you can get from the Christmas-shaped card bases. And what's so lovely about this particular show is if you love all of the shaped card bases, you can go for the showstopper. If you want to buy individually, you can buy all of the individuals as well, and they are all tariff-free. It's not something that we usually do, but we've managed to do it this time around, so it gives you the opportunity to pick and choose. If you have a small budget, it gives you the opportunity to shop. And if you've been shopping on HSN and you've picked up the 2 shaped card bases that we brought you there. You can pick up the other 2 as well, which I think is really, really good. Lots of love for this collection coming through. Lynn says, I love this collection. They are useful for lots of different occasions. And even if you don't use the main shape, lots of elements that are useful. Carolyn says, thank you for keeping our card, making energy up and firing. And Paul Prince says, I was on the fence about these, but I fell off. Oh dear. And ordered the showstopper. Looking forward to a large package arriving after the 11th. And Stephanie Theodore says, Sheila, you get an A plus across the board for your creativity. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. I said that earlier on. I feel like you do kind of see things perhaps that others don't see, and I feel like you're always trying to think out the box, Sheila, aren't you?
I do my best, yeah. I mean, I do get excited. I absolutely adore products, you know, of any crafting kind. I always have done, and I've always tried to, you know, get as much out of what I've got. Maybe it's just part of growing up with not very much, really.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Back in the day, when we didn't have a lot of money and things, so you would make do with things. Whereas now, you know, if I get the chance, then I'll be like, oh yeah, we need to get one of those. Let's get one of those. So, but yeah, I do like to make sure I get the best and try and use everything until it no longer works. You know, and I think as well, I'm quite particular, and I'm quite careful with everything. So, you know, it's very rare that I do lose anything. I'm quite particular at making sure everything goes back in its packet, and you know, all the bits are put in a bag and stuff. It always takes me ages to tidy up, but I do like to do that, and I think that helps as well, because the more times I put something back in the pack, then that's when I'm looking at the product and thinking, oh, I could probably do that next time.
Yeah.
So it's probably a bit weird, actually. It probably sounds a bit weird, but anyway, that's just the way I am. So now I have cut, because I can't quite decide here what I want to go behind the windows, because I feel like white, if I put white behind, is it a bit too stark?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or it might not be, because I want to hang the little wreath on the door.
Oh, it works with the wreath in there. That works.
So it might be okay. And then, well, if I do the same with the window, so I've just cut the window. That could be with white, because we've got white going on anyway, so it would match.
Could you put the snowman's face behind the window?
Oh my goodness, yes.
But I don't know if his head's too big.
It might be, but we'll have a look. I mean, we've got quite a few circles in here, because you look at that circle and then this black circle, which we've got for the wheels, those dies are included in there as well. So, you know, you can, in reality, make a smaller snowman. You could make a whole family. So what I want to do now is I need to get hang my curtains up. So again, let's bring in the curtains. Like that. So we'll glue that onto the curtain there like that. And these are curtains that are made from the paper on the other side of that tartan.
Yeah.
I think it's from the other side of the tartan. They're just tiny little, if it's not, then forgive me, it is actually from that pad. But then what we can do is, to make it easier, I'm just going to go right around the edge like this. If you've got your Xyron sticker maker, and I've had one must have had it for 10, 12 years, never used it. Recently sold one of my old electronic machines. And the lady that came around said, oh yeah, I'm going to try, and I've got 2 young children, I want to try and make some stickers for them and things. And I just said to her, do you want to take this? I said, I've never used it as well. I said, you might as well take it and use it. Of course, I came here the other day, and Debbie Fish was like, I've put these through my Xyron sticker maker. And Liam said, I've put these put them through the sticker maker. And I was like, oh my word, I just gave mine away. Why did I do that? You know, that's why I always keep everything, because you think it'll come in for something later.
Exactly right, yeah.
And then, of course, I've given them away. So, hey-ho.
Oh, it looks great with that window.
It doesn't matter, though. The little children will probably have some nice stickers. So that's fine. No, I'm going to cheat a bit here. I'm not cutting that. I'm just going to glue that on. So you can see it does take a while to put one together.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it, though,
this is the joy. This is the joy of craft and creating. Because while you're doing it, you're thinking of other things as well. You're going, oh, I could use this door on something else. I mean, I'm thinking now, of course, and it might be the wrong size, but could you, and it probably is. I mean, you could put put it on there and do it as a shed. You know, so it could be a shed, or you could extend this in length and then do double doors on it. So it, you know, you could use it for double doors. So, okay. So let's pop our little wreath on. So I've put my, I think I've done it at the top on this one.
Just to say as well, so I watch you see that. So I know phone calls are being made for various things because we're that busy. At the moment, the festive camper bundle on its own, we're actually sold out of that, and we are almost out of the boot bundle on its own. So if you want those, I would be potentially shopping sooner rather than later. I do know there are phone calls being made, so I don't know if we're moving stock or what, if things are going to come back in stock, but as soon as I hear anything, I will let you know. I'm not surprised to learn that this has gone because, yes, festive camper, but how many people love to go caravanning? How many people have got caravans, and you know, how many people are going to be making this for cards year round? I just think so many people. Let us know if you love camping, by the way. Maybe you've got your own caravan. Some of the best holidays, I always say this, that we had with our two when they were little, for the sort of side of things that they enjoyed it more, were the camping holidays when we went and stayed in my father-in-law's caravan, which was working. He'd take it to Bantham Beach in South Devon, and we'd be there for a week, and they got more out of staying in a caravan. That was more exciting than if we flew to, say, Greece and had a holiday there.
Definitely. There's something about a caravan. I don't know what it is. We had a few holidays in caravans when we were little. And they weren't our caravans. Obviously, we went and hired one, you know, you rented one. It was probably so cheap in those days. But I remember us going, we have some great black and white photos of like also my mum in a mini skirt and a mini dress, and some of the few photos we've got of my dad. My dad passed away when he was quite young, back in the 70s, and we were all young. So those are a few of the photographs that we've got with him on, and it's really, really nice to look back on them, you know, and see, like what lovely memories of Dad, and you know, it really is quite nice. So, but I think everybody's had a caravan holiday, and if you haven't, do go and have one, because even if you only have one in your life, they are fun to do. You know, it's great to like come out and get the fresh air in the morning, see the sun coming up, and the fields, and the sheep are in the fields, unless you're on like a site where it's busy and you've got fun clubs and things like that.
What was so lovely about where we used to go, obviously there was, you know, there was like a, what do you call it, like a wash block where there were showers and toilets and whatnot. But that was really about it, and it was in a big field. So you know, you had your own little area, and you know, we'd be playing football and cricket and you know, tennis and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, then of an evening we'd have like little barbecues, or like, you know, build a little campfire and stuff. And it was all that kind of like back to nature stuff. And I think that, you know, the kids
amazing,
absolutely love it.
It is. It's really lovely. Now another little thing I found out yesterday when I was chopping. If you cut this wreath out, what happens is it gives you a little shape like this. And I think straight away that's a snowball. It's not a circle. It's like a snowball is never a circle unless you spend hours getting it smooth and stuff. It's just a big lump of snow. So I cut 4 or 5 out of those, and I thought, well, they will work as snowflakes. So what I'm going to do now, whoops, I've not the lovely display over there. So I've got a little bit of grey cloud on here now, and that's just using a bit of ink. What I am going to do is do a bit of torn snow to go here for the caravan to sit along the background. So let me just chop up there like that, just so it's kind of about the right width. And then what we'll do, we'll tear it again. We'll come back this way. So these will just be layered over the top, and then I can put my other piece on. So we'd have this one here, we have this one here. So immediately we've got some like snow. So let me just go along the edge here, so it's with the grey, so it's just a little bit more prominent, because we need something to stand the caravan on. And obviously, if I was doing this at home, making this for someone, I'd be spending more time on it, and I'd, you know, like you will be when you get them home, you'll be making all kinds of things. I need to just measure that. So I'm going quite speedy here so that we can at least try and get another demo in if we can. Oh, I've done that upside down now.
Wow.
Please prompt me if you see me doing that, because my brain is bit frazzled.
I'm struggling to see that. Actually, put my glasses on, really, shouldn't I? There you go.
I think I've overdosed on product, if there is such a thing.
Overdosed on product.
Honestly, I've got some shows next week, so I've got some prep to do, and they said, "Oh, we'll get you the stuff for the shows." So this is a huge box, and I just went through it. I was like, "Whoa, this is ridiculous! I'm all producted out," as they say. Oh, dearie. It is good fun.
Neat idea, Sheila, says Vanessa. Kelly's joining us saying good afternoon. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Karen, who's going to be participating in the Christmas in the Making live. And Karen says, we love to take our pug bus to the Gulf Coast or Myrtle Beach. We go when it's cooler and camp by the beach. The pugs love walking on the beach. I love the idea that you've got a pug bus.
Wow.
I wonder if that pug from the Santa Paws collection, again, is small enough to stamp his little face in the window there, so you could make your own pug bus, Karen, out of this kit.
Definitely, I would be doing that. I would definitely be doing that. And then we've got a little bit of snow here as well, which we can put on, because that actually comes with your caravan, and that will actually just sit along there, so it looks like your wheels are kind of stuck in it. And then, obviously, what we would do next is we would put our snow on the top of the caravan. In the window on the picture, because you've got loads and loads of stuff on here that we haven't even touched on. You've got the like lollipops, you've got the little, I'm not sure what that would be. What is that called?
Like
is that, an American style?
It's almost like the Santa Stop Here pole, isn't it?
Yes,
like
I guess it is, yeah.
I don't know what you call it, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. But we've got also, now I did cut, let's get the snow for the bottom of the window, so we can do that. Let's put that on as well. I'm trying to at least get something completed, even if it's just this one, and then we can do bits from the other if we've got chances to do that. But we can put the snow, again, on the bottom of the caravan window like that. So immediately it looks wintry. Let me just get that blob of glue from under there. That's fell off my fingers. So my fingers are covered in glue now. Okay. So we can put our snowman here. So again, let's give him a little bit of grey shadow around the edge, because that'll just highlight him against that white as well. So he can go at the front here. So let's put the snow on too, on the top. And again, it's going against the white up there. You could do a blue sky if you wanted to, but I was thinking now, if it's snowing, it tends to have that funny grey colour, doesn't it? Which is a bit unusual. And you go, oh, sky's full of snow. That's what we say here anyway.
Sky's full of snow?
Sky's full of snow. Only when it's full of snow, not when it's a sunny day like today.
I've been outside today, funny enough. It's quite nice, is it?
I've no idea. It wasn't too bad when I left this morning, left the house, but I don't know about now. It changes all the time, doesn't it? So we've got our snow on top of the caravan there, like that. And then what I think we'll do, let's lift that, I think. So we'll lift that and put that on some pads.
Brilliant.
And then let's get that off there like that. So we'll just lift that up, and then that will give us a bit of height, so that we can, it then makes it just stand out a little bit more on the card. But if you're posting these, do them flat. You can still create some dimension by doing them, putting them flat. You know, you still can. Now on the picture, you'll see in the window, we've got a little Christmas tree. So you have got the Christmas tree on the set as well. And we have got, I did do a little lollipop. So we can stick the, let's stick our snowman on. And I think he's wide enough to have one of those on there like that. So we can pop him there. So he sits, in fact, let me just move that down a little bit if I can. Yeah, right down there. So the top half of him will just sit over the caravan like that. And then let's do our little, what we'll do, we'll pop this bit of glue on the bottom there, and then we'll get a smaller pad. So we've still got that same lift, but it's going to look like it's sat in the snow.
Christmas caravan makes me think of Cousin Eddie for Christmas Vacation, says Lisa P. I need to watch that movie again this year. It's not one of like the ones that I tend to watch every year, Christmas Vacation. And you get a big frame, says Zoe, split it in 4 and do a caravan for each season. I love that.
Oh,
Daffs in the spring, barbecue, flowers in the summer, leaves, pumpkins autumn, and then the Christmas one, says Zoe. Love that idea.
That's
a caravan for all
idea.
seasons.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Whoop. Let's get a little bit of snow here as well. So you can just keep building up. You can layer these. You know, I just wanted to try it in a paper. But if you've got some like retro papers, you could do retro caravans, couldn't you, through the year? You could do bright colours. You could even use your spritzers and things to create your backgrounds.
Yeah.
To put things on there. And then we've got, now these, I think these are lights. So if I was you, I would probably be cutting these out of like a different colour and colouring them in. But I think what we'll do, we might just pop those at the top there like that, just to fill in that space. So it's, you can see what you can do. I'm just using tiny amounts here. Not really used a lot of the dyes, to be honest. So let's pop those right at the top there. There we go. And then same with these. And then same with these. And then, but yeah, you could do these with your coloured pencils. I mean, you could even string proper lights across it, to be honest.
That would be cute, wouldn't it?
Which would be really nice.
I keep seeing this. I can't remember how big the stamps and the dies were for that, but the gnome collection that we had a while back, I think this would work really well with.
Together with it.
Like the garden gnomes, yeah, because they had some, like some of the scenes in there.
Okay.
Would kind of fit the caravan theme really nicely, and then the little gnomes. You know, you had like sort of stamps of the gnomes. There was like a camping set, wasn't there? Where there's like a little barbecue, like a little campfire.
Oh, really?
There was like a fishing gnome. There was a gardening gnome. So I think that caravan for that would work really nicely if you've got that.
It's brilliant. Yeah, the great outdoors.
Yeah,
right, let's just pop our little snowballs on here. So we've got some, these are the little white pieces that, this I've nearly actually completed a little project, which is amazing, because I usually spend so much time waffling on and going, oh my goodness, it's too late. So I've nearly completed one. You can put sentiment on as well, because you've got all those lovely stamps, but let's pop a couple of snowballs just down here, because that's quite nice. And again, you could put these on pads too. Put one near the snowman, just like that. You could even do some flying through the air, couldn't you? Just pop one down there. Yeah. I did find the Christmas tree. I'd actually cut the Christmas tree. So I think we've kind of got a few things on there now, but it's just a fun card, and it's just got a few little techniques on there and a few different bits. You've got white pen. You could go down there with your white pen to make it stripy. But there you go. You almost got it finished.
Absolutely brilliant. A really fun demo. Just whilst the demos have been going on, we've managed to restock the items that have gone out of stock, the individuals, we've managed to restock. So we have got more stock if you wanted to get the caravan, which had sold out individually. That is now available again for you. And also the Santa's boot bundle, also now available as well. There's been lots of phone calls and things going on. As far as the showstopper is concerned, you still need to get a bit of a move on with that. I know we've managed to add about another 20 or 30 onto the 20 odd that we had left. So there's not many of the showstoppers, and I think that will be that. So you're probably talking about maybe 45 or 50 showstoppers remaining. So there is still like a bit of a pressing issue as far as that is concerned. Just to remind you, if you are just joining us, it is the Christmas shape card boxes. 34p showstopper is the best value for money way to go. If you want to get all of the items individually in the US, you can get them tariff-free. There's bundles available for each one tariff-free. If you're in the UK or the EU and you just want to buy individuals, of course, you can buy those without all of the added extras. The showstopper, though, the showstopper, tariff-free showstopper is this. Again, if you're in the UK or the EU, I think you can get without all of the added bump if you want to. But obviously, US is tariff-free, and it will be shipped from August the 11th, so 10 days from now. You've got your festive camper, so that's the one. If you want to be able to recreate what Sheila has just been working with, then that is the one for you to go for. Again, all of the elements there to be able to create the festive camper, the unfestive camper, the summer camper, the autumn camper, the spring camper.
What about the carry-on camping?
The carry-on camping camper. The pug camper, as we heard from Karen. Any old camper you want it to be. Any old camper, any old camper, any old camper. Springtime camper, summertime camper, autumn camper, and a winter camper. So if you want that, you can, and you've got all of the stamps to go with it as well. Let's get festive. Let it snow. Happy Christmas. Deck the halls, and even more in that set. Then you've got your boot. So we've seen the demo with that a little bit earlier on. Santa's boot. That one again. Could be Santa's boot, could be a wrestling boot, could be Elton John's boot, could be Superman's boot, could be Wonder Woman's boot, you name it. You want a boot, you got a boot there. You want a boot, mate, you got a boot. But again, all the elements in there to be able to decorate that up as like a little boot house if you wanted it to be able to. You've got the lights in there. You've also got the holly in there as well. There's loads and loads, and even a little snow trim there too. Those are your sentiments. You've got your little signpost in there, of course, so you can pop on your sign to the elf village if you want. There you go. That pole that I was talking about, Santa, please stop here. That's what you would use that for. Next up is your house. It's a Christmas cabin, but could be springtime cabin, summertime cabin, autumn cabin, and a winter cabin. Could be any old cabin. Any old cabin, any old cabin, any old cabin. Could also be a little dog house as well, as Sheila showed you earlier on Wake Up Call, I think it was.
Or a little shed even as well.
Little shed, like it could be a little she shed, man cave. Could be. Turn it upside down and you've got bunting, as Alison suggested. Little doggy bandana you could have on there as well. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I mean, that also, by the way, that's obviously like the trim for your house, but it could be like a table that you could use for your kitchen collection or your, what's it called? Garden collection, tiny treasures, all these different kind of things. I mean, the possibilities are practically endless. You've got your Christmas cabin stamps in there as well. Merry Christmas. From our home to yours. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Santa's workshop on the North Pole again, so you can stamp those onto the signs which are in this set. Home for the holidays, which I quite like. That's really cute. And believe in the magic of Christmas. And then if you go back to the earlier show as well, I think it was the earlier show. I'm losing track. It's been a long week. That is the hot chocolate mug. Again, can be a festive hot chocolate. Can be an unfestive hot chocolate. It could just be a hot chocolate on a cold February morning. You've got all of the accompaniments with that as well, of course, and make it into a little hot chocolate house if you want it to be. You make it into, you know, a little gingerbread concoction. It's up to you. You've got all the stamps to go with that as well. Sweet Christmas wishes, and hot chocolate kisses. Naughty or nice. 'Tis the season for hot chocolate. Fa la 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 la. So it's all the goodies that you're getting there. In the showstopper, all the cardstock comes with it as well. This is that Star Dream cardstock, of course. This time around, you get the 6 different colours, 4 sheets of each. So you're getting... Why can't I do 6 times 4? 24 sheets. Good one, Jamie. Jamie's got 36. He did that on purpose. He did that on purpose to make me look stupid. I don't need your help to make me look stupid. I'll do that on my own, thanks very much. So you've got all of these different colours within the bundle, 285 GSM, double-sided. You've got your black foam pads in there as well, which I know a lot of people will be very excited about. 440 of your little mini craft foam pads in there. And then to finish off the bundle, you'll get your quick dry smoked emerald. You've got your pale fig, quick dry. You have got your Friar Brown, quick dry, and then you've got your crushed velvet, quick dry. Pre-order today, dispatch from the 11th of August. It's the showstopper that is the most sort of pressed for stock, if you like. The others we have restocked, so you've got a little bit more time to shop. When we come back, I'll take you through the concept suite, and also we'll read out any more questions or comments that you've got. Get those in. When we come back, we'll literally have about 25 minutes left. The show has absolutely flown over, so we'll see you back here in about 5 minutes' time. Get to the checkout. We'll see you in a moment.
Hello everyone, I am Aaltje de Vries from the Netherlands. The question is what I like about Crafter's Companion. When I bought my Gemini Junior in about June 2023, there was a card with a website, and I went looking and I thought, are there so many products? I didn't know. The shows, I watched them and I dare to chat, and the presenters were so great, so helpful and so professional. They taught me so much, And when I had a question, they told me how to do it, and they gave a demonstration. Also, if I had a problem, I could email. That team is so great. They always mailed back and always had an idea to solve my problem. I'm so glad with it. Well, I did not know everything about Sarah, but I see the difference in what she does and what it becomes now, the Crafters Companion. I can only say the whole team, everyone works so hard, so fine. Yeah, well, I didn't know it exists. The respect they have for everyone. I'm glad with it. I will say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you for all you're doing. See you. Bye.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty program today and receive 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits to joining Club Inspire include special members-only sales, and you can receive discounts or exclusive access to products, and even free gifts. You will receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro that you spend. And the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. See if you can craft your way up to our ultimate Club Inspire tier, Platinum, where you'll enjoy the very best discounts and rewards that we offer. As you keep climbing through the club, you can actually reach Platinum Plus and even Platinum for life. The more points you collect, the more you will be rewarded within our amazing special Club Inspire community. So, what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
I'm here because I do love Crafters Companion products and Crafters TV.
Your products are great, made with great care and thought, and are second to none.
Love all the products. I love the tutorials we get.
Your papers shimmer and make all our crafts shine.
I love all of the products and all of the paper pads, of course.
I love Crafters TV because it shows you the best tips and tricks on how to use your crafty stash.
The quality of the products are phenomenal. Value for money is exceptional.
Amazing presenters, craft goods galore, launch days and craft vault deals, bundles and more.
Your pens, pencils and markers, all crafters say, they are mine.
Or I love Crafters Companion. Well, it's because I'm not a very good crafter and Crafters Companion makes me look better.
Welcome back, everybody. We've got about 25 minutes left on the show. Don't forget, Friday Night Live tonight. Prizes to be won. A whole lot of fun. It's a real wacky show where anything can go. Fun and games, prizes, your pictures as well. If you sent any pictures this week, make sure you're watching so you can claim your bonus points. And we'll be paying for somebody's basket tonight as well. Bet you forgot about that. Win Your Basket is back, so if you shop in that show, we could be paying for your basket. I think last week, actually, it was Ouch's basket that we paid for. Look at me with a good memory there. Who will it be tonight? Well, it could be you if you watch the show and buy. We're going to go out to the show stuff, but I just wanted to show you the concept suite, some of the cards in here. I mean, I feel like Sheila's been like a walking concept suite today, to be honest with you. That's her middle name, did you not know? Sheila Concept Suite Halliwell. Because she's given us so many different ideas and so many different ways to be able to use these. But look, you've got like a cute like caravan stopper card there, easel card. Again, you know, just taking these elements and doing them sort of fairly simply in the black and the white with the snowman there. I think that looks really cool. Creating like diorama cards with these, I think is a really cool idea. That one with the cup of cocoa and the little gingerbread man. They always look like they're doing like a little little song and dance routine in the front of that, don't they, with the canes?
Yeah, they did,
Look at them.
Yeah, like Gene Kelly and
we're singing
what's his name?
in the rain. Gene Kelly and Fred
Astaire.
Astaire. Then, yeah, shape cards, or, I mean, you can make shape cards, but this is quite cute as well, just making like little Christmas tags. I mean, it could even be like a little decoration for the tree, couldn't it? I mean, that would look really cute. If you like to make a decoration each year for your Christmas tree, something our kids did up to a certain age, and we still now, as I'm sure you probably do at home as well, is like get those decorations out each year and hang them onto the tree.
Yes.
This is super cute as well, of course. You know, cutting into your cardstock, or using the waste of the cardstock and then piecing the boot, in this case, back in with a little bit of acetate. Then you've got your shaker elements in there. So you've got like a shaker boot card, which I think is really cute. What have we got here? Again, another kind of like dimensional project here. So, you know, you can create like three-dimensional scenes with these as well. Build these up. You know, that would look really cute again with like maybe popping some snow on there like Sheila was showing us and popping a little snowman in front. But yeah, that could be a card for winter, of course, but again, you could have that as a new home card for any time of the year. Little stepper card that you got there, again, sort of like a bit more of a Christmas scene there with the trees at the front, the candy canes. And the last one, again, thinking out the box just a little bit, why not? A little Christmas bag. Pop some little treats in there, some little candies for the kids, all that kind of stuff. And again, just looking at that in the black and the white. Yes, obviously this is a Christmas house, but I've just thought that could be like a haunted house, couldn't it, for Halloween?
Yeah.
Make little bags for the trick-or-treaters this year. There's so many options for you. That concept suite, again, scratching the surface. And even though, you know, Sheila's done so many demos today and we've done so much chat, I feel like, even though you've got loads of ideas to go away with, Sheila, we're just scratching the surface here, aren't we?
I think so, yeah. I mean, when you consider what time we've got, I mean, in the shows, I know we've had a couple of hours, but we have to kind of split it between everything. So if we had like, I could probably sit for a week and do stuff, you know, from like 9 till 6 and do stuff a whole week of these 4 dies, because there'd be so many things you could come up with. There's probably a way. I mean, I was thinking if you've got like the cup die or any of them, to be honest, if you have a long sheet of paper and you fold it in a certain way, and I know it can be done, you would then cut maybe the cup so that when you opened it, it would be like 5 or 6 cups. Off the top of my head, it's been such a long time since I've done it. Remember, we used to do it with like folded paper.
Yeah.
There's a way of folding it so that you could then cut into it with your die and you'd have like a row. The other thing to do is maybe cut 5 or 6 out and then double them up. You know what I mean? So you still, or glue them together so you've still got that kind of concertina style card. But you could use it for, I mean, I've just got this one here, which is just half of the cup, where I've cut it on the fold, actually, so I'm going to add some things to it. But that could stand up on a table. If you have like a little coffee shop or something, it could stand up on a table with prices on and things. So there's all kinds of other things you can use it for. It doesn't always have to be Christmas cards or cards.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep the comments coming through. Any more like ideas that you've got on the way you're going to be using your collections for, we'd love to hear. We've got about 20 minutes or so. What do you reckon we can fit in, Sheila, before the end of the show?
I think we can probably do another demo in that. That's a lot of time. I think we'll have time spare on this one. So I thought we would do the cup, and I've cut this out of some of the pearlescent cardstock. I think this one, actually, I think this might be the card blanks that we've got, the 6x6, where we had like the cream and the white. I think that's what I've cut this out of. So I've already done a bit of cutting. The only thing I want to cut now is what I've done is I've put my die onto the card fold. So I've put it like that so it overhangs. So I turn it round. You can see so that overhangs there so it doesn't cut it. This is just another way that you can do the card if you want to. And then what you do is cut a complete cup. So we'll do that now. And then we're actually going to use some of the retro Christmas paper. but I'm going to use the, what's on this side? I think it's got the, that's the one with the little like baubles and the candy canes and the leaves.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the other side because I wanted it to be kind of orange, because we're going to use some of the other cardstock that we've got, which is the glitter cardstock. I'm using a bit of textured cardstock in different colours, but it's all going to be kind of orangey, goldy, caramelly, because we want to put some of these biscuits in and make it look a little bit like caramel. So we've got this one now, so I would stick this now on top of my card like that. So then that becomes, again, this is just perfect. If you've got a coffee shop, or you have like a little tea room. We have tea rooms in this country where you could stand these up on the table. You could do them so that there's two-sided, and then have the price on, like latte or, tea, hot tea, peppermint tea. You could do them in colours, green tea.
I love going into a tea shop.
I know, I love going into a tea shop or a tea room,
Have like a proper, it's the only time really I would kind of drink tea early in the day, because I like it when they bring you your sort of tea in the pot, and then you get the extra hot water, don't you? You get your milk separate, and then maybe a nice selection of cake or biscuits or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
I've heard Betty's tea room actually, up here is very, very good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's nice to go to a tea
Are you more
room.
tea or coffee? You're more tea, aren't you?
Tea, I'm tea all the way. Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire.
I do like Lancashire tea, because we have Lancashire tea as well. It's
I didn't realise that was a thing. I knew Yorkshire tea is a thing, so Lancashire tea.
So Lancashire tea, and you can't get it in many places, but I came across it, and I only bought it because I liked the box. And the box is like white with black print on it. But what they've actually done is on the print they've put like all the towns in Lancashire. So like, so my town was on where I lived at the time when I saw them, and then I've seen it since with like my town on where I live now in Wigan. So I was like, oh, I have to have this just for the box. And then again, I keep the box, the empty box. I'm like, what are you going to do with the box? Recycle it. But I like it, But yeah, right, so can I just run over there and get an orange ink? Because I want to show that you can actually ink through the, we'll use this one because it's kind of, might be a bit yellowy there. I'm just grabbing another one. Just bear with me. I'm sorry, I should have had this before, but
no, that's all right. Because you're crafting on the hoof, you see.
I didn't think about the orange that I might need. That one would probably be better. Yeah, doesn't really matter which one it is because it's going to go onto you. So, because your die has got these little holes in, put it through, as I said before, put it through your machine with your rubber mat. It will give you that lovely emboss that you can see on there. You can see that, can't you?
Yeah, very good.
What you can do then, put that back over it and highlight through there. So I use a little bit of orange. So you're almost using it like a stencil, and it will just wipe off the die after, unless you've used like permanent ink. So I wouldn't suggest you use a permanent ink. And I'm only applying it quite lightly, but again, it's just the same way as doing it as if it were a stencil. You can't do this with all dies, but with some, you can. So it's worth looking at something like that. Like the Christmas tree on this die set would work as well. You could do that. So then when we lift that off there, let me just take that off now. You see how it's just highlighted that? And then I can clean that die after. Right, so let's pop that there for now. So what we can do now, I want to cut my cup from this, because I think that will go, that way it is, that will go perfectly then when we put the cream on top with that lovely orange effect. So we cut this, and then we're going to add all the cream and all the little biscuits. And I'm also, hopefully, going to stamp a little tag and heat emboss it, because I've kept saying all day we'll heat emboss something and we haven't. So, we did actually.
No, you did earlier on, you did,
We did earlier on.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm going out of my mind. I don't know whether I'm embossing or not. Heat embossing. Right, so we're going to pop this on here now. Again, we can do it with a little bit of glue, my old tacky glue. Grab it, stick that on. You can use tape runner, you can use whatever you want to. You might want to use your Collel glue, whatever you've got.
Was that heat embossed in the earlier show, or was that in this show?
It was in the 12 o'clock,
Wake up call.
Yeah, wake up call.
Wow.
So we were just doing a little bit of, some little tastery bits, weren't we? So we weren't actually creating anything fully. Just to give everyone a taste of what was to come.
No.
So pop that onto there. I really like that orange cut. Now, if you wanted to as well, because when you cut that, you'll see you've got this like, it's almost like a scored line there. You could, in theory, if you take a knife, cut that out, because then I think you'd be able to get that kind of sat inside. But not that that would ever sit inside anyway. It's just nice on the top. But you could do that if you wanted to. So when I'm gluing this on now, and I did do 2 actually, so that I could make it look a bit more like chunky. And then when I stick, which I'll do that actually, because when I come to stick in there, like my gingerbread man and things, they will be able to bond to that rather than sticking on the back and making it look a little bit unsightly.
Yes.
So what I will do, I will grab, let's get some of these pads because they're not quite as deep as the others. So, and I'm not going to put them all around the edge. I just want them to be like kind of in the middle so we can still get all those little bits of biscuits and things inside there. So let's do that. So we'll take the tops off those, and we will also, let's bring my pokey tool in, I think, maybe. Oh, I've got it.
Karen just says, we do a tea party for the ladies at our family reunion, and these would be great for little placeholders as well. They would, actually.
Yeah, they definitely
I love that
would.
idea.
People's names on them.
Yeah.
You know, you could also do like little invitations on them, couldn't you?
And I guess you could kind of bespoke them as well to whether you've got a tea drinker or a coffee drinker or a hot chocolate drinker. You could change them all up, couldn't you?
Definitely.
For whoever drinks
yeah,
what.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm going to put that on top now like that, because then when we put that on top, we've got a little gap then to pop our little biscuits in and our things that we're going to put in there. So let's bring out some of the bits. And what I've done, I've tried to cut them all in biscuity colours.
Ah, yes.
So, and this is just like our linen cardstock. And you can see we've got them all in different shades there of like oranges and reds. And we've put a little bit of red here. And then I am going to stamp a sentiment and heat emboss that onto a little tag. So let's pop this onto here. So we've got a little bit of the red glitter here, which I've die cut. Now if you want to put this, let's be a bit cheeky here. Let's make this not see-through. So let's add this onto here. And we'll just chop round it, I think. We'll just cut round it. Just so that it's not totally clear through there. And then we've got, it looks like it's got, it kind of matches then what we've done with this. So let's do that around there, like that. And if you're careful with your scissors, you can just get your scissors underneath the circle like that, so you've not got any showing. And then what we can do is pop that on there, and we give that a second to dry. So that looks better when it's actually got something behind it for now. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I've got some of my little biscuits here. Now, if we bring in the packaging, we go around with a bit of brown ink just on the edge. You can use orange as well if you want to. I'm using just brown here. If we bring in the packaging, you can see here how these little biscuits are kind of decorated. They're almost like gingerbread. So what I'm going to do is just take the white pen, and you'll see, again, if you emboss this with your rubber mat, you'll be able to see the little lines that are on there. But then immediately we've made that into like an iced biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay, and what we can do, we'll change this one a little bit. So let's put, again, a bit more ink around here.
Do you bake, or did you say you don't bake?
I don't bake.
No.
No, I can, but I hate baking. I'd rather just glue something together. I'm not a kitchen person. I'm a craft room person. So I'd rather if I could, glue chips and egg together, I would, rather than frying it and putting it on a plate.
Is it because baking is more of an exact science? Because you have to weigh exact amounts and stuff like that?
It's just messy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're gluing and stuff and you've got all your stuff out on the table, you can just leave it and come back.
Yeah.
But you can't do that if you've been baking cakes. You know what I mean? You've got to clear it all up, otherwise it just sticks to the tin and the pan, and you can never get it off. So no, I just hate being in the kitchen, but I can. I can bake and I can cook, but I just don't like doing it.
It always makes me laugh when my Daisy bakes because she's always loved to bake. Like even as a kid, you know, if we were baking cakes or cookies or whatever, she'd always like come along, and I think mainly because she liked licking the bowl at the end. But even still now, you know, she bakes cakes now and again. Baked my a birthday cake this year, but she leaves the kitchen in such a mess.
Like a mess.
It looks like there's been like a mini hurricane gone through there. But yeah, she still. I don't know whether she does it on purpose or not.
Funny.
But she can't bake tidily. Whereas if I do it or if I cook, I tend to clean up as I go along.
Are you washing up and stuff as you go?
Get it done as you go along. So then when you're finished, you've got a nice meal or a nice cake or whatever, and everything's cleared away then, isn't it?
Yeah, because then you can just relax after, can't you? You don't have to go, oh, I've got to do the washing up. I mean, we don't have a dishwasher in this house.
Right,
so, yeah. We do have to wash up, and Wayne is pretty good at washing up. He'll just go in and do it. I'm like, what are you doing? Come and sit down. No, I'm just washing up. Let's get it out of the way. But yeah, I really don't like, I like drying the dishes. I don't like...
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it was my younger sister. She used to be like, I'm washing. My mum would say, do the dishes. I'm washing. I would be like, okay, my mum would say, Gillian, give Sheila a turn at washing. I was like, oh, I'd rather wipe. I do like wiping the dishes. I know that's a bit weird. I didn't do it last night. I left them on the draining board in the house, but to dry because I was just too tired. But, hey, yeah, it's... Look at these biscuits now. They're like real biscuits.
They are, with that little icing topping on them as well.
They're like real biscuits.
Look at that gingerbread man.
Yeah, I should have put something behind, some colour behind him, but I'm sure he'll be all right like that. I'm sure he'll be fine. So let's now pop our little biscuits into here, and if you do that, I mean, I've not done a door or anything, so we could, like we've got on the picture. So, but we could stick some of the biscuits at the bottom. I'm going to glue these in now, so we'll do two of these little, like, what would these be, like cinnamon sticks?
Yeah, cinnamon sticks.
Okay, so we'll pop one of those in there like that, and then we'll put the next one to it. See, that could also double up as a drinking straw, couldn't it? So that then becomes a milkshake.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
So it doesn't, you could do it in pink and, you know, put like other little things on top. So it immediately becomes, it could be a Knickerbocker Glory, or you could put it like a frozen pot of ice cream or frozen yogurt, as they have over in the States.
Yogurt.
Frozen yogurt. I remember the first time I had that, I was like, oh my word, this is just amazing.
I mean, this is a silly question because I know what you're saying. What is frozen yogurt?
Well, it is just
frozen yogurt,
yeah. And it's divine.
How does one...
Don't ask me how you make it.
So you just literally... So I could literally take a yogurt and stick it in the freezer, and that's what I would get, is it?
I would have guessed so, wouldn't you?
I might do that tonight then. I've never had a frozen yogurt.
Oh, the first time I had one, I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Do you know, my sister lives in California. She has done for years. So every time I used to go over, she was like, all right, I'm going to take you to this place. I'm going to take you to Denny's. I'm going to take you to Mary's. I'm going to take you to here. And then, yeah, she, what she did was she said, come on, we'll go and get you some frozen yogurt. And I was like, what is that? Oh my goodness, it was just, just thinking of it now, it's just like amazing.
Jamie, yeah, yogurt is how Americans say yogurt. Jamie's getting very confused.
Yogurt, yeah. I wanted to say it in the proper way.
Yogurt.
I didn't want to get it wrong.
And it's sometimes spelt yogurt and sometimes spelt yogurt, isn't it?
Yes.
Yogurt or yogurt.
Yes, it depends. Yogurt. Yes, it does depend.
Stephanie, Sheila, I think is using the retro Christmas pad, aren't you?
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yes. Yes, I am indeed. I think it's lovely, that one.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop, I think I might pop gingerbread man at the bottom, because there's one more thing that I just need to do with this, if we've got chance. Okay, so we're going to put our little Christmas biscuit in there. Let's stick this on here, like that. The gingerbread man will go at the bottom.
This is a drink that,
I think I want one of these right now. I don't know, is there anywhere open near here that would sell something like this?
Yeah.
I'm going to pop that I would put a pad under that because I want him to sit a little bit up. But the only thing I want to do now, I've cut a tag And I just wanted to stamp a sentiment because we've not used any of the stamps, have we? And I feel like we should do that.
Oh, yeah.
Is that okay?
Forget all the stamps that we get with it.
Yes. So I'm going to do it with my little press because I trust this one. So, in fact, I trust them all, but I just like using this. Let me grab my little... it's probably on here somewhere. I was going to use the anti-static bag, but I don't... Oh, there it is. Because we're going to put some embossing powder on. So let's just do that because it's a pearlescent card.
Yep.
And then we will use the, let's have a look. Let me use the Fryer Brown. And then we'll put some like a coppery coloured powder on the top. I couldn't think of the word then. So let's just do that. Press that down on there.
Almost at the end of the show, so if you haven't checked out your baskets yet, now would be an ideal time to do so. Friday Night Live coming up in about an hour or so. Loads of fun tonight, as per usual. Prizes to be won. Bonus points to be won. And somebody will win their basket. So come back and shop with us tonight. The price drops actually are brilliant tonight too, tariff-free. And we've still got that daily deal. We've got less than 70 of those. That was 2 hours ago, so it's probably even less than that now. But all of the elements from Touch of Sparkle, the stamps, the dies, and the templates for an unbelievable price you will not want to miss. That's all coming up tonight, live at 5.
Oh, it does make me laugh, that. Right, okay, so let's just do, cut a little tag, nothing fancy. I'm just going to wrap a piece of gold thread around there, like that, so we can have a little hanging tag on it. I might have to change this at some point, but anyway, it'll probably work. We can just get a bit of, we'll make this easy, just because of time. What we'll do is we'll pop that onto there, and then I'm going to stick my threads onto that one, because obviously we're going on pearlescent card and it might not dry in time. So let's do that. Let's do that.
Brilliant.
And then I think we will probably just about have managed it. It's not perfect, but you get the idea.
You do.
It's a little bit unusual, but you can really go to town on there with the cup there. It's
I love it, and finished off with Sheila's little giggle there as well, which she absolutely loves. Yes, I want to try cutting in the stenciled lines of the cream with a craft knife to have gingerbread poking out from there, says Cindy Condy. Listen, when you get your kit back, when it dispatches from August the 11th, then make sure whatever projects you're making, cards you're making, you stick them in the Crafters Companion group. You can tag us in them, and we would love to see what you guys get up to. The showstopper is the most kind of threatened as far as going out of stock is now concerned. We have restocked some of the individuals and the bundles as well, but if you want to jump in and grab that showstopper with all the added extras, well, I think max we had 70 left. There's less than that now, I would imagine. There you go. There's less than 50 of these now. So £68, $88 is the price on that. And remember, it's pre-order today, arriving with you from the 11th of August. And it's tariff-free. If you do just want to pick and choose as well, the individual bundles are also tariff-free. So for HSN shoppers, people who bought the 2 which were available on HSN, you can get the other 2 tariff-free in those bundles. And it's all there for you on the shop today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Really enjoyed that show. That is the pick of the week. Likely to be gone, I would have thought, maybe by the end of the day, certainly over the weekend. We are back in an hour's time. We have got all the fun, all the games, maybe a surprise guest as well on the show tonight for Team Facebook. Will I? Of course I will. I might not do the jokes tonight then. I have to do my own sound effects. Sheila, will you laugh at my jokes tonight?
Absolutely.
Thank
I always you. do anyway.
All
You don't need to ask.
I'll do my jokes then. We'll be back for Friday Night Live in an hour and 5. Be there. It's going to be a fun one tonight. Until then, thanks for watching. Bye for now.